Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, yesterday I posted a video I highly recommend. It's very short, it's only about 14 minutes, and it's all about how this whole COVID lockdown psyop includes an Alice in Wonderland technique, which is changing the environment to make everybody think the whole world's changed, everybody's going crazy. It's particularly made to make people crazy, to do nonsensical things, to make people say, "What is going on? What is happening? What are you talking about?" So the tranny agenda, and also Harry and Meghan. I think Harry and Meghan are a key part in this. And that look how crazy they made everybody. I mean, it was showed an earlier video than that Harry and Meghan intentionally created these controversies, flinging the race card around and doing the whole thing with the Archie birth and creating controversy there and numerous other things. So I was wondering, I'm like, all right, so they're obviously playing part in the globalist agenda, right? Pushing this MK Ultra craziness. So now I'm wondering, well, is and Harry with his book Spare coming out with these crazy stories that he's obviously lying about, singing seals and making the dog bowl with his brother, punching him, and all these other nonsense they come up with. His Todger stuff, his frozen Todger, and all this nonsense. I mean, it's over the top crazy. And isn't it coincidental that Harry, with Oprah, is so involved, and Meghan as well, with mental health, when in fact, the almighty World Health Organization recently published March 2nd, 2022, how this whole COVID psyop has triggered a 25% increase in the prevalence of anxiety and depression worldwide. So isn't it handy that Harry has an app for you? And Meghan and Harry are so concerned, they're so involved. And they were doing this from the beginning. It's almost like they knew it was going to happen. Just saying. But anyways, I'm wondering. Now you could argue that Harry's a victim of this. We always thought, maybe Harry's controlled by Meghan. In the very beginning, when they started dating, the Queen said something like the royal family liked that Meghan was dating him because she controlled Harry so well. It's like, oh, isn't that interesting? She controlled his mind. I wonder if she was using MK Ultra on him. And who is Marcus Anderson anyways? Why is Marcus Anderson a shadowy figure? Is he a handler? Maybe is Meghan part MK Ultra controlled? I always found it very suspicious that she suddenly arrives in the UK saying, "I'm looking for a UK boyfriend." And then boom, she gets hooked up with Prince Harry. How does that happen? I've been to the UK. I didn't get hooked up with a prince. I mean, the whole thing doesn't make sense. And even the Piers Morgan, was a big fan of Suits, and he corresponded with Meghan. It's like, no, no, no. Nobody was a big fan of Suits. Okay, nobody saw it. It probably didn't. Did it even air? I'm even wondering if it ever even aired anywhere. So anyways, none of this makes sense. And of course, the media, with Piers Morgan, the mainstream media, Oprah, Hollywood, they've always been connected with CIA operations and mind control stuff, or just influencing the culture, influencing people with their ideas. It's a well-known thing. So I find all of this very interesting. So anyways, I started thinking, well, okay, they're definitely, Harry and Meghan are definitely involved with the globalist agenda. With Prince or King Charles is also buddies with Klaus Schwab and the rest, and his little clock. um, so I'm wondering, maybe is Harry in on it? I'll start with Harry. Now, Harry could be a victim of this, and King Charles could be allowing it to happen in order to further the globalist agenda. And maybe that's why Harry's so angry at his father and Camilla, because Harry's already he's obviously under control of Meghan, or seemed that way. Or maybe Harry is a knowing participant, purposefully acting crazy, saying all these crazy things, taking the drugs, bragging about taking the drugs and all this other nonsense. Maybe he's doing it to help further. Maybe he's working with his father and the globalists. Maybe there's some kind of on the same agenda. I don't know. I want to look into this further. There's obviously a lot of shadiness and uh, MK ultraing, brainwashing going around here. So who's controlling who, or is everybody doing this voluntarily obviously for money and power? So like I said, Harry and Meghan are definitely a part of this with the conjuring up all of the furor and the controversies, and then Harry working with the Aspen Institute and the Centers for Digital Hate and working to censor us, which is also, of course, part of the globalist agenda. So let's see, which goes with the government, which is also the globalists controlling that. So it all goes back to the globalists controlling everything, Hollywood, the government, everything, as we saw with COVID lockdowns and every government in the world acting in lockstep. So let's focus on the question of, is Harry a knowing participant in this psyop and the Alice in Wonderland and everything else that he's been a part of? Or is he a victim? Is he being controlled by Megan and Doria, and it is that, which would mean, yeah, is he a victim or a perpetrator here in this? And is Harry comparing Megan to his mother, which is obviously insane. Everything they've been doing, is this intentional, or is he as crazy as he's making everybody else? Let's find out. I'm going to be using the Dreaming Way Tarot today. It's kind of a dreamy, crazy kind of deck. I think it goes well with the topic of MK Ultra. I've already shuffled the cards, so I'm going to split the deck and let's see. What's Harry? Is he in on it? What's his attitude about this? What's he expecting from it? Or is he a victim of someone else or some other group that's causing him to be a part of this whole psyop? Let's find out. This Alice in Wonderland psyop. Let's find out what's going on here. Let's see what the cards show. What's Ari's general attitude about this? Eight of Pentacles. Oh my, hard at work. Working on his psyop here. He's hard at work at it. That's his job. Attitude about it, Six of Swords. In a foreign country, passing the influence around overseas on both sides of the ocean. Fertie and Megan drives everybody crazy. This is him and Megan going over. We're going to Montecito now to continue our craziness, right? They make everybody crazy in the UK, and they get on their private jet and they make everybody crazy in the US. Now they're going to fly to South Africa, perhaps make everybody crazy there. I don't know. But that's the reason Harry came here. This is his job. Oh, this is his job. He's working at it. He's working hard. Bottom of it all. Yep. This is what it's the end result. Pulling the herd. That looks like Megan there, doesn't it? Him and Megan's job are to be bringing in the death wherever they go. The New World Order. Yes. Well, I'm getting the vibe that Harry knows exactly what he's doing. I'm not seeing any confusion here or being controlled. Wow, I think Harry's not so much crazy, as much evil here. What's the basis of why he's doing this? The Empress. Mother card creating a new reality, being in control. I mean, the globalists want to be in control of nature, right? They're changing it, trying to GMOs and changing everybody's DNA and ability to procreate, right? Make in fact the what's cause infertility and sterility, and they knew that with the lipid nanoparticles. Just saying. Um, Creating this new world order. I think he's quite happy to do it. Notice she's got a crown, a very royal looking crown. I know oftentimes you might think of the mother there. I don't think this Diana or her influence, although he uses her influence, he uses her story um, to push his agenda, but I think that this is more about him creating this new world order. What got Harry involved in this? What influenced him to get involved? Nine of Cups. So there's the arrogant, spoiled prince, drinking too much, full of himself, above it all. And he just thinks, piece of cake, I'll do this. I'll get these peasants, I'll drive these peasants crazy. I'm on it. So I think this is his job. I think he knows exactly what he's doing, and he's hard at work doing it. This is his work. He thinks he's doing the right thing with everything that he's doing. Maybe he thinks it's what his mother wants to, perhaps. And he can't be wrong. He can't be wrong because he's Prince Harry. He can't be wrong here, not a cups. Very content with himself, him and the wifey there, traveling around spreading their craziness, making everybody crazy. It's their job. Censorship is his job, damn it. He's here to censor you. And lead you all to this. hmm What's he expecting? Is he expecting to be successful doing this? Ooh, Knight of Cups reversed. Yeah, he's expecting to lie and be deceptive and manipulate emotions and be destructive emotionally, take away people's happiness, like literally, and be very secretive about it. This is him on his polo horse there. He's playing polo in California, but he's not very good at it because the horse is always. See, animals always know. Animals always know. And isn't it funny or not funny, but they come up another crazy story they came out with their engagement where the dog allegedly broke two legs. And of course, they still have never explained what happened officially. I mean, there's so many scandals they came out with, so many controversies they perpetuated uh, in order to rile people up. It's just really ridiculous. But anyways, this is what this card just indicates. The line, and there's videos of him getting kicked off by the horses. The horses will toss Harry off because they don't like him. See, I've heard he's cruel to horses, cruel to animals. But anyways, I get that. He's expecting to continue his lies, be deceptive, emotionally manipulate people, and be crazy. He wants to rile people up. Now he may be riling people up because of his mother and his anything, but so it could still be a craziness behind all of him doing this, and he just thinks he's doing the right thing here. But we'll find out when I look at how Megan influences him. So he's obviously thinks this is his job, coming up with these crazy stories, riling everybody up. What is he afraid of or not want? Ace of Wands reversed. Wow, so he doesn't want to not, this is a new venture, right? This is a new beginning, a new way of the media, social media, and he doesn't want this to fail. He doesn't want his Tadra to fall off here. He doesn't want he doesn't want to be too destructive, but he does want the media to be destroyed for sure. And again, it could go back to his mother. He could think that he's seriously defending her. um, what is he hoping for? What's he hoping for? So he doesn't want to fail. He doesn't want to fail in his mission to create this new world. This could be looked at new world order type mission. What is he hoping for with all his craziness? Queen of Cups reversed. Interesting. I get another mother card here. I often see this. And this is also Cups reversed, which is about craziness and making people crazy about him and his mother. I mean, that's what he wants. I mean, it's Harry with his mama. He wants everybody to be emotionally upset, and he wants to affect the children as well. The globalists are all about affecting the children and bringing them over to a crazy new craziness and sexualizing them and pedophilia and all that. I mean, I'm not saying Harry's into that, but that's apparently the agenda from what I gather. And the effects they're having on children with drag queen story time and all this other nonsense. But he wants that. He wants everybody else to be crazy like him. But although I'm not seeing him as being so crazy here in these first two cards, it seems intentional. I think it's more an evil mastermind kind of vibe from him. I think he knows what he's doing. He knows he's making people crazy. He knows he's a harbinger of death, and he's going with it. How's Megan influencing him? Is Megan controlling him, or is she as MK Ultra as him? Let's find out. King of Cups. Oh yeah, so she is on board. She is helping to control Harry. This is like emotional control. And this could also be working with Charles. And maybe she's an employee of his and Charles is all on board with this. I'll have to look later at King Charles. But I think that Meghan is controlling Harry emotionally. She's keeping him going. She's a partner in this, obviously. And she could be the one controlling him MK Ultra style. But I think she does it with the blessings. That's what I would guess. I'll have to look at that. I have to look at that in another reading. But this is her effect on Harry. So her effect on Harry is controlling him emotionally and directing him and, you know, being there to facilitate and manipulate. Does that look like Marcus Anderson to you? Do you get a Marcus Anderson vibe there? Just saying, I don't know. Just looking. But Harry wants everybody to be crazy like him. He feels like this is, everybody needs to understand that this is the right way. So, but of course, that's the whole point of the MK Ultra Alice in Wonderland, is to make everybody crazy and thinking, what is going on? What is this about? What are you talking about? So this is what Harry wants. So he does want this Alice in Wonderland type of craziness and to lead to the censorship and all that. And at the bottom of it all, he may feel like this is the right thing. Like if he doesn't do this, like his mother, they'll be hunted down. And that is the main reason for all the censorship, is that I believe, and what I've heard, is that too many everyday peasants were uncovering all of these secrets and information about the globalists, and they don't like it. That's why Amazing Polly and other people who are deep researchers, very intelligent and methodical researchers who expose so many things about them, like the fact that I'll never forget, one of the things Amazing Polly came out with, exposed, I should say, is the fact that what's his name, Bill Gates and his meat. You know how he making that fake meat, and the meat even bleeds. And she pointed out that his fake meat factory, where they're making meat in a laboratory, a petri dish of meat, well, that happened to be the place where Bill Gates was making this fake meat, happened to be across the street from a Planned Parenthood um, building. And she's like, huh, how much you want to make a bet some of that meat may actually be fetal tissue? Just saying. We don't know. She's not accusing him, but she's just pointing out what a coincidence that Bill Gates is making bleeding fake meat across the street from a Planned Parenthood. Just saying. And I'll never forget that. I was like, I will never touch that meat. That's for sure. But they want us to be cannibals. They want cannibalism. I just remembered that because I did a whole thing about them and cannibalism. They seem to want people to lead to that if there's a famine coming or not. I don't know. But anyways, they're sick. They're evil, sick and twisted. But anyhow, wouldn't that be a ha 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 from a globalist to get the peasants eating themselves? I mean, that's how diabolical and evil they are. I mean, it's hard to imagine that mindset, but these people like Amazing Polly were exposing these people, and they were banned like immediately, like in 2020. They were totally taken down. So the globalists don't like us realizing their dark, disturbing plans. And I kind of get the vibe here that Harry does want to make everybody crazy, and I think that this is his job doing what he's doing. And I think that but he's arrogant and stupid, and he doesn't realize or fully appreciate how evil he's being, perhaps. He just thinks that this is the right way ought to be. You peasants ought to be censored, and he's going to help that along. And if he has to make you crazy first, then so be it. He'll write his little memoirs full of outrageous, stupid singing seals and other crazy nonsense, because that's just what he needs to do. So I think he is, excuse me, is on board with this and is, to an extent at least. And I think Megan is there partly to keep him on track and I think with Marcus Anderson too as well. There's this a whole network here. I mean, this is all a group, right? The globalist group. So they're all working together on this. This is, obviously not just Harry and Meghan alone. This is Harry and Meghan's part in the whole play, if you will. So how's it going to go? Is it going to go well for Harry? Is it continue successfully making people crazy? Ooh, Three of Wands. Uh-oh, something's failing here. Something's not going well. He's going to try to kickstart something, maybe in South Africa or something. Does look like he's thinking of going there, but it's not going to go well. People are tired of them. It's not working anymore. Nobody sympathizes with them anymore. They've been exposed. People are realizing that how manipulative they're being and how nasty. And of course, don't forget he is going on the run because of the uh, Heritage Foundation looking into his visa application and starting to expose him. So I do think that he's going to have a tough going in the next few months. Things not working out, plans not working so successfully, his story's not selling. And the long term, oh, look at that 10 of Cups. I always say 10 of cups, maybe not in every single situation, but oftentimes as the royal family, going back to the royal family and giving up and just going home and saying, okay, I've done what I could do, mission accomplished. But I don't see him. I think that he's done what he's meant to do. And I think that once it's all said and done, he'll, hang out, reunite with his family and live happily ever after with his globalist buddies there. So, yeah, he's just going to go on the run and that'll be it. No one's ever going to do anything to him. He's Prince Harry, as Lady C has pointed out. But I do think that he has uh, accomplished what he set out to do. I don't think that he's as misguided and controlled as we might think. I think that he's helped by Megan. I think Megan controls him a little bit to move him along with accomplishing his mission in the United States. Obviously, he couldn't do it alone. He needed the help of Oprah and others like Megan to accomplish what he's set out to do for the globalists, but he's still part of a mission. It's his job. He's performing a service, he's performing work. And yeah, and he feels like making you crazy is exactly what he's meant to do, and that's that. And that's what you get for listening to him. And he wants to get that censorship. I don't think he's gonna get the censorship though, because I got Three of Wands reversed. That's his nightmare there. He didn't want to be stopped from his censorship. So I think that's gonna fail, but he's not gonna he's gonna just gonna go back home again and be back integrated into the royal family eventually. Yeah. So that's what I see for Prince Harry. I think he is partly in on it. I think he knows what he's doing and he doesn't care because he's better than you are, and you should just do as he tells you, and he's gonna censor you too, and that's just that. And you just better not complain about it. That's what I get. Harry is an arrogant fool. I don't see him doing it necessarily out of maliciousness. I think it's just his job. Because his argument would probably be, I'm just working for them. They're the ones pushing me into it, it's their idea. So he's sort of going along with it, but it's not like he would ever come up with this criminal enterprise on his own. So yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm getting. He's a willing participant here, and he's not confused about it at all. But he does want to make you confused. All right, so that's what I have for you today. So I hope you enjoyed this. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.